Sometimes you install a PuppyLinux in your hard drive on a first boot. You may be left going into just a blank screen or just a blank cursor that blinks. Right now I'm able to boot into my Focal PUP32, but after I installed a void PUP32, I get a blank screen. And similarly, I've had several other instances where the some PuppyLinux just would not install, and in my case I figured out what the problem is. So I want to relate that to you, and just in case you have a similar problem. And it's usually due to graphic driver install problem. And I have Intel graphic integrated card, so that is causing some PuppyLinux to be unable to install. First thing what you need to do is go ahead and grub a file, UEFI machine, or if you have a legacy BIOS, you may have a menu list, so it'll be in a boot partition, so you can go into a partition here, and then in my case look into the grub.cfg, and I'm just going to drag it into a Genie editor. When you look at it, I have Focal PUP32, so I'm able to boot into it. So now if you just for example unable to boot correctly, what you have to do is you have to get either a Ventoy USB stick, or if you already have a Linux machine, but what you have to do is be able to edit the grub.cfg in my case. So Focal PUP32 obviously it works fine. So void PUP32 is the one I'm unable to boot into. So what you have to do is you have to change this boot parameter pfix. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and drag it with our mouse and go ahead and copy, and then we're gonna just put it out of the way behind this ampersand sign, so you'll be disabled, but we'll be able to retrieve it later. And then we're gonna go back here. So now what we need to do is we want to change this to NOX, no X, NOX, and make sure there's at least one space, and we're gonna save. Now what they'll do is when I boot into a void PUP32 on a next boot, I will end up with just a prompt. So there I can go ahead and type in xorgwizard, and then they'll give me a screen where I can change the video setting. So, and then we'll go to the change video and specify, and then in my case I'm gonna enter Intel, and then done, and then at the last screen we want to just type in xwin. I'll have a separate photo on this so you can see exactly what's going on. After that you enter, after you xwin, you're going to get a quick setup screen, as so you'll actually be able to log in Now, if everything went okay after you type in xwin on the last screen, you should come to this quick setup, and then you notice that it has an Intel video driver rather than the default mode setting driver. So that's all okay, and they're just confirmatory, and then we're gonna go ahead and okay. Before we first reboot, what you need to do is go back into the grub file again, and then put it on, then open it into Genie, and then I've actually made a change already. So what you want to do is replace the under void pup32, what you want to do is replace pfix equals nox, pfix equals fs check, and these full here. And what you can do is you can go ahead and copy it up here too. So what you want to do is just copy it here, and then put it, replace it over pfix or nox, and then you go ahead and save it, and then you're ready to reboot again. Then reboot, and then it should automatically save, and then you should be able to now log in into the graphics screen like this